Hello everybody, it's VerticalSandwich. Welcome back to Let's Play Rogue Galaxy. This is a post-commentary video. I don't understand what happened, but I played this about a month and a half ago, probably. It's insane. So, here we are at the last room of the Cancer King Ruins, where you get great ratings almost every battle. And you definitely want to illusion sword these guys and do a buff, like, you know, Drunken Burst or something like that. Now, the drop rate on these guys isn't great. It's Dark Music Box must be their rare drop. Knowing what I know now, go grind in the Gladius Towers for Dark Music Boxes. Go kill, like, the empty suits of armor guys at the very top. Like, the Baron guys or whatever on, like, floor 7. Those guys drop them sometimes 2 at a time. And with greater frequency. We discover that by accident later. I believe running around in the prison. Because they'll appear in the prison as well. So we're clearly gonna fail this challenge. We spent about 4 minutes in here trying to get our Dark Music Box. I just got tired. I spent a lot of time grinding in here. I do remember that. So what we're gonna do is we're gonna do that. We eventually give up. This had live commentary. There was live commentary for this. So whatever the 4 minutes I spent grinding these great Raidens, is actually time I spent talking about something. I just don't remember what. And I should have actually recorded this right away, but to tell you the honest truth, I just went on kind of an Addicted to Rogue Galaxy play session, where in over a 2-day period, I played like 40 hours worth of gameplay. Well, that can't be over a 2-day period. 20 hours a day? No way. It might have been over a 2-week period. How about that? Let's go with that. That's not ridiculous over exaggeration.
No challenge at all.
I put it was a lot of time into grinding for things and stuff like that. And actually played up until I have commentated videos up until the end of chapter 12. Chapter 13 is the last chapter. So we'll be picking up the game there again in a while, but I mean, this is gonna be a 6-month LP without a doubt, not more. I mean, we're up into like video 117 or something. So, and the plotline's not gonna take too much more, but the dungeons afterwards, and then I've got to put together some sort of guide for completing the monster hunts. So, we do make Cosmo Lore 2 here, because these Sabalugas are really good combination items for the early 7-star blades. What's really rough about the 7-star blades and getting them this late in the game is you really have to rely on your allies, because it's not like Cosmo Lore 1 has low power. I mean, by any standard. So if what you're doing is trying to grind, luckily one of the things that meshes really well in the setup of this game is the Revelation chart requires grinding for items. The hunt list requires grinding for enemies, and weapon upgrades require grinding for weapon experience. So if you can, as much as you can combine those 3 together. So you're looking for Dark Music Boxes, you're powering up a sword. You're looking for vultures in the desert, you're grinding up a sword. And you're also trying to get drops of Nebulodon eggs. So these are all the things that I have maxed out for 100 points. And it still didn't jump us up to number 8. But we're going to go do some bounties that will, in fact, jump us up a couple levels. So, first off, we're going to go take care of this Rock Belter one that we couldn't do forever. And this guy's really tough. I did not realize how tough this guy was going to be. Like, he's he's atrocious. Like, I couldn't believe, considering how early we unlock him. So, this is what we needed a Stella Crystal for.
I needed some exercise anyway. You think I'm gonna go easy?
And I did think it was funny, and I do remember thinking it was funny, that we could have gotten the dark music box we've been grinding for right here. Because we haven't left the planet. I don't believe we do get it, but it would have been poetic justice to spend 20 minutes grinding Great Radens.
Too easy.
So, what I didn't think about is that I shouldn't have kept the Cosmo Lore 2 equipped here. And then what's nice about this is we never have to have, we never have to have another, like, required Stella Crystal for anything aside for abilities. And I think we only need 2 of them. I mean, once we use this one, we'll need 1. So, the Cave Bandit, Paul the Ripper.
Alright.
As opposed to Jack the Ripper.
Here we go.
Don't confuse him with that. The 19th century famous unsolved, serial killing, Whitechapel murder thing. Also, not to be confused with Jill the Ripper, the straight-to-DVD Dolph Lundgren, which I own a copy of. Hey, have we ever talked about that? Like, on this channel, it's been 5,000 videos. Have we ever? And by the way, my strategy for this guy is going to be pretty standard. Like, heal my people and attack him from a distance. Because look at what we've done so far to his health bar. I mean, just a dent. Most of the bounties we've done so far would have been dead by now. But I don't know in 5,000 videos if we've ever talked about this. I'm a huge Dolph Lundgren fan. Like, if you don't know who Dolph Lundgren is, look it up. But, like, I own, like, 40 movies, like 40 Dolph Lundgren movies on DVD. And, like, some of them are great, some of them are horrible. Some of them, I mean, you have to have some sort of appreciation for the action movie genre in general. And especially kind of 80s style, hokey, not that kind of modern action movies aren't hokey. But you really have to have an appreciation for kind of like the crazy lines and things like that. But some of them are beautiful. I mean, some of them are beautifully bad and deserve a watch for being beautifully horrible. My personal suggestions are Detention. About a high school detention class. Like a high school that gets taken over by terrorists while Dolph Lundgren, the shop teacher, like ex-Navy SEAL, is, running detention.
Jaster.
And also, I would strongly suggest Red Scorpion. And no, don't watch Red Scorpion. It starts off really good, and the ending is so horrible. So we're halfway done with this guy. And what else? What other Dolph Lundgren movies? I mean, some of them are classic. Like Rocky IV is a classic. And Showdown in Little Tokyo with Brandon Lee is a little ridiculous now, but I mean, it is one of the few movies Brandon Lee did. Universal Soldier. People really hated the Masters of the Universe movie. He was He-Man in that. And introducing to the world Courtney Cox. So what else? What else about my love for Dolph Lundgren movies? And here's the thing about Dolph Lundgren. This is what I love about Dolph Lundgren, is that Dolph Lundgren went to MIT at a Fulbright scholarship and has a master's degree in chemical engineering. He speaks like 5 languages. And what he's done with his life is made horrible action movies. Like, And I mean, he made some good movies, like, early on in his career. But then, after the action movie genre kind of died, he decided to continue to do that. It clearly is, like, the thing he really likes to do. Like, he genuinely enjoys it. It's like his calling. And I just find that amazing, because, seriously, he's a very gifted, intelligent man. Like, who's, the thing he's decided to do with himself, you know, is these movies. And not all, I mean, some of them you can actually, I really liked The Mechanic. He made a, you know, he's had a slight resurgence because of the Expendables series. He was wonderful in the Expendables. So yeah, it's just a quirky thing of mine. I love, so this is what we get from this guy, Winter's Chill. It's an underpowered weapon at this point. I love good movies. Like, I really love good movies. I just watched Schindler's List for the second time about a week and a half ago. It's a masterpiece. Yeah, things like that. My favorite movie of all time is All About Eve. The Betty Davis classic that was, up until Titanic tied it, the winner for the most, or the record for the most Academy Award nominations. It was nominated for 14 awards, including 2 awards for Best Actress.
You think I'm gonna go easy?
So yeah, I mean, I've watched a lot of film, but sometimes you just want, sometimes you just want, you know, I Showdown in Little Tokyo, or The Mechanic, or The Expendables, or a Saw movie for that matter. So we get Flame Shield for Grit and Rank 8 and 200 coins. Now, one of the other things I want to say about movies, is that the movie that I've seen the most, because I'm a repetitive movie watcher. When I love a movie, I can really watch it a lot of times. The movie that I've seen the most, hands down, is Evil Dead 2. Evil Dead 2 is the movie that I never stop enjoying that movie. Every time I watch it, it's delightful. I've never put it in and went, I don't really feel like watching this. I wore out a VHS copy when I was a teenager. I mean, it's a great movie. Really like it. If you're not familiar with Evil Dead 2, stop what you're doing. Don't watch any more of my videos until you watch Evil Dead 2. It's not that much time. It's not much of your time. Not more than watching 4 of these videos. And I really liked the remake of the original Evil Dead. I thought it did well. So, we finally have a magic lipstick for the lady killer here, who is a giant gorilla. The rumored lady hunter. That's the Garuski. So let's see, Evil Dead 2 film, my obsession with Dolph Lundgren. And, what else? Yeah, I mean, I don't watch as many movies as I used to. But I certainly do like movies. Also, a movie a lot of people have not seen, that I think everybody should see, is that, and, you know, take it for what it's worth, it's just a movie recommendation for me. Aside from the original The Day the Earth Stood Still, which is another just absolute favorite of mine, it's a fantastic film, I think everybody should see the movie Big Fish by Tim Burton. So we got the Tribal 2-piece, which unlocks a rare item for us that we had tried to get earlier. So, and the reason you should see Big Fish is because it's not all Johnny Depp in spaced out, you know, like, zombie being a weird guy movie. It stars Albert Finney and, like, Ewan McGregor. It's great. Fantastic. It's just a good movie. Alison Lohman and stuff. It's just so wonderful. It's just a very adult, mature story with a fairy tale behind it. So, we get to use the Stella Crystal we've been carrying around. It's not worth anything great. I mean, it doesn't unlock anything spectacular for us. But we are going to start making some good headway into these bounties. I think we get 2 more done next video, so. That's nice. So yeah, check out Big Fish, which is a movie I have not been able to rewatch since my father passed away. I don't know that I would have a huge problem doing so, but I haven't given it a shot. I don't know that I can, because it is all about a man's relationship with his father and things like that. But yeah, it's a great movie. It's so good. Also, check out any of the early Coen Brothers stuff, like Miller's Crossing is great. Raising Arizona is really funny. Oh Brother, Where Art Thou? If you haven't seen that, it's a masterpiece comedy. It's so good. And I'm not even like messing around with you. I'm like when I say a movie is like a masterpiece, I mean like it's a fantastic piece of work. I'm not, I'm not a guy who thinks that Saw 2 is the greatest horror movie that's ever been made. Sorry, I just pulled that out of the air. I mean, Saw 2's alright. And if you think Saw 2 is the greatest horror movie ever made, well, that's why it's an opinion, but I don't think you find a lot of agreement in the, because there are other better Saw movies. Like, that's why that. It's like Final Destination 3 is the best Final Destination movie. I have, by the way, seen all the Saw movies and all the Final Destination movies. Because they're fun. What I haven't seen is any of the Purge movies. Wow. I hear alright stuff about them. Oh, and another thing about movies. Since that's apparently what we're ranting about in post-commentary here. And I'm just filling in Revelation slots. I mean, nothing mind-blowing, and we'll show abilities we get anyway, later. We're just filling in things to fill in things, because we have to fill them all in eventually anyway. But, if you're not watching the... If you haven't checked out the reviews, and they're not reviews, they're just kind of these trash-talking, super fast fact segments, the channel Cinema Sins on YouTube, that just, like, counts everything wrong with movies in as fast as possible. It's fantastic. It's a genuinely funny channel. And if you want a good overview, if you want an overview of a movie, it's not a bad place to go. I mean, clearly it spoils the plot because it goes through the movie in chronological order, but some of their stuff is really fantastic where you just go, I never would have noticed that. The guy also has an absolute prejudice against narration and company logos, so it's kind of fun to watch that too. So there we go, we've turned in our points for the Lady Killer. And it knocks us up to number 7, so we're doing pretty well for ourselves. We're getting garbagey items, but we are getting hunter ranks that go up. So that's awesome, because when we get to number 1, we get a prize for meal. I think, right? Yeah. Yeah. So I don't know what I did for the last 2 minutes of this video. Probably told you what I was gonna do, which is actually go run around and do a little bit more of this on some other planets. We have a Listia bounty to do, I believe, and we have a Jerica bounty to do, and I think we still have to leave one on Jerica and one on Listia. I'm reasonably sure of that. Because I know I do the second one on Listia, I know I do in live commentary. But to tell you the honest truth, I just don't remember where we are in the bounty system in the game. So. But we go back to live commentary. I believe the first thing we do in the next video is go and finally get the thing we can get for having the tribal 2-piece. I have so many items, and we end up getting rid of all of this stuff. I mean, it was overkill to buy all these things, just in case we needed them. Once you get to Chapter 12, it's just free. It's just making ultimate weapons is free from one shop. And I literally run around and max out, like make all of my ultimate weapons while I'm leveling up 7-star swords. So, when we come back, some stuff on Jerica, and I will see you for that stuff in live commentary. You guys take care, and thanks for listening to me rant. Bye, everybody.